What's up, everybody? And welcome back! I got a new job, finally. Back on the graveyard shift, boys. Gotta look after this bunker. Or something. And Doctor Who's on too! I must confess, this midnight release schedule is getting pretty grueling. I am once again asking for you to change it, Russell the Davies. Wave your magic wand, conjure up the money. Please just do something. But we're back for Rogue. Looks cool. Looks pretty damn cool, I think. I'm intrigued by this new Rogue character. I am, as always, interested in another Doctor Who adventure, this time prominently featuring Doctor Who and Ruby as well, because it feels like it's been a while since we've had a standard Doctor Who episode. The Devil's Cord was really the last one, and that was 3 weeks ago now. We've also got new writers for the first time in 4 years, and from the preview clips, you can already tell there is a difference. Now, of course, Russell T Davies as showrunner has probably rewrote large portions of the script, but just from those 2 sequences that I've already seen, there is definitely a unique voice here, and I am already a fan. Who knows though, maybe after watching the episode, my opinions might change. But I've got a good feeling. Jesus! Boy, get your ass to the back of the room. Don't make me say it again. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So overall, going in positive. Dot and Bubble was the only story I was really worried about, and that one turned out to be amazing, so I'm not really bothered no more. Speaking of which, tomorrow my video on Dot and Bubble should be coming out, so look forward to that, folks. But that's just me. What about you? As always, friends, I'm going to be doing another community reaction video. And if you want to be included, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and leave all your thoughts in the comments section below. It can be a long comment, a short comment. As always, I will be trying to fit as many as I can in each community reaction video coming out in the next few days. And speaking of which, what about the bingo card? Well guys, I hate to say it, but I made a mistake. A special thanks to Keraloo744, who pointed out that my dumbass already had a bingo, straight down the middle. I didn't even notice. Well, shit. Bingo! Bingo! We did it, folks. I won! And I claim my prize as king of Doctor Who YouTube videos. Yep, it is a bit anticlimactic for me to have missed it, but I got it now. So thank you, Keraloo744, for pointing it out. You are a real one. And again, to all of the members, the full reaction is going up shortly. So I can't wait to hear all your guys' thoughts in the Discord server. And I can't wait to jump into the episode. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just dive right in. And so I'm back. I just finished Rogue, guys, and what did I think about the episode? I thought it was good. I thought it was a good episode. Initial thoughts, first impressions, this is all subject to change as always with all of my videos, but I thought it was good. I already know that there's going to be criticism thrown at this episode from both sides. I think that the main argument you will see a lot of people saying is that it plays rather predictably into the kill the gays trope. You guys know what I'm talking about. You introduce a gay character, you tease a gay relationship, and then you immediately fucking kill them off. I knew this character was gonna die before the episode even came out, and so yeah, you know, a little bit predictable in that element, but also nothing in the episode was really that surprising to me. I think the tagline, the Doctor's life is about to change, is very misleading because nothing really shocking happened, or at least nothing shocking happened if you've been paying even the slightest attention. I think I personally messed up by watching a bunch of the preview clips to this episode, because going in, I already knew every single goddamn plot beat that was gonna happen. This isn't a fault of the episode, by the way. This is entirely on me. I watched the trailers too many times. I watched the preview clips too many times. I listened to all of the hints and stuff like that. And so I was left thoroughly unsurprised by everything. There was absolutely no tension in this episode whatsoever because I already knew everything that was gonna happen, and I called it about 5 minutes in. He's going to steal his body. I'd much rather be you. How did I know? See, I hate to say this, but I kind of guessed this from the preview clips because he was so different in both versions of the clips. I think her body might actually get stolen as well because of what we saw in the preview. Which doesn't mean that the episode was bad. Again, it's totally my fault. You are not meant to analyze all of the promo material as much as I did before going in. Because when you do that, you start to notice things like they only show the transformation really once on screen because obviously it's too expensive an effect to just keep keep showing every time. It's the same reason the Slitheen, they only show the transformation once, just so you know what it looks like, and then every other time they hide it in lightning effects. There's actually a surprising amount to talk about in the episode, and I don't really know where to start. In fact, I actually recorded, not a bit, more like a take. I recorded a take before this where I was kind of just hitting a bunch of stuff and there was no structure in what I was saying, and that's because there is a surprising amount to talk about, a deceptive amount. And so I think let's start with the writing. This is the first episode in a long while not to be written by the gauntlet of the three big dogs, those being the main showrunners, Russell T Davies, Chris Chibnall and Stephen Moffat. And although, as I already said, this script has probably gone through Russell T Davies half a dozen times, there is still a definite unique voice here. This structure to this episode is far different to anything else in the series we've gotten so far, and keep in mind this is a series where the structure has changed wildly between episodes. It's definitely a very Doctor Who structure. It actually reminds me of a lot of Big Finish or Doctor Who novels that I've read or listened to over the past few years, but it's not usually a structure that you see in actual episodes, unless you're counting like Tooth and Claw, maybe. I suppose that's similar, maybe not really. And I, for one, am okay with that. I like hearing the new voices come together creatively, and I can definitely see why Russell T Davies liked this script. I mean, it's a good script. It's got really funny moments. There are a few tiny little bits that I would say need to be changed, but nothing really. The main one that comes to mind is the music bit. He probably should have just turned it on once and then they turn it off fully. I mean, it was a good moment. As you can see, I'm veering off track again and going into tiny nitpick territory. I don't know what it is about this episode, but I can't seem to stay focused. Maybe it's because it's 1 in the morning. Russell T Davies, please change the schedule. But yeah, it was a good episode. What I will give this episode, as I have given basically all of Russell T Davies 2 so far, is that it is incredibly well conceived. The production design, the production values are of course top notch. The directing is incredible. There are many shots in this episode that I thought was standout. The location is awesome. Due to the limited locations, you really get a feel for the geography of the environment. The Cholder are a great idea. That's riffing on a lot of stuff. I think the neck cracks are a good touch. That's a typical Russell T Davies villain ideology. I imagine he was the one who brought that forward, unless actually Kate Herron and Bryony Redman were inspired by Russ T Davies, because the shapeshifter alien having a tail is just a signature RTD move. I think you can tell that this episode went through a lot of iterations, or at least I can. I suppose the reason why I'm struggling to find things to say is because it was a perfectly standard episode of Doctor Who. I mean, what's more for there really to talk about? A lot. This is totally on me, guys. I'm just having a brain fart. Oh yeah, Ruby. Ruby gets a considerable amount to do in this episode. I think she has some really funny moments, and I was particularly invested in her relationship with Emily, who I thought was a brilliant character brought to life fantastically. Which leads me to one of my only criticisms of the episode, was that I felt genuinely slightly betrayed by the fact that I got invested in this girl and her story, and it turned out that she was a shapeshifter. And I know that that may be the intended emotion to have, but I feel like I would have preferred the story more if she wasn't. Like, I was really enjoying the way she was interacting with the characters, the way it was setting up that she was gonna help in the final battle, but no, it just turns out that this poor woman was actually just mean the whole time. The whole ending sequence of the episode, I would say, is its weakest point. Not to say that it's bad, it's just there are noticeable flaws there. Of course, the episode is meant to be a fun romp, and that's what it is. If you cut it down to its core, it's a love story. Aww. Between the Doctor and this character Rogue. Again, my main criticism is that it's incredibly predictable how this will end, which is a shame. You could do some really daring stuff here. I imagine the moment the Doctor's life will change is when he gets kissed by Rogue, implying that this is the first same-sex kiss that the Doctor has had, which just definitely isn't true. And I mean, is it meant to be a shock to anyone that the 15th Doctor's gay? Come on, man. If you haven't twigged that yet, you're just straight up not paying attention. Plus, in World Blue Yonder, they even said the 14th Doctor was gay. So who the hell is shocked at this? Maybe I'm missing something, but if this really is the moment the Doctor's life changes forever, surely I should have noticed, you know what I mean? It feels to me this is more where Rogue's life changes forever. What about Harry Houdini? Didn't he and the Doctor have a thing? Did the Doctor's life change forever then too? Again, that's just the marketing. You can't really blame that on the episode because it isn't a problem in the actual episode itself, because everything in the episode itself is put together very competently. I have a few problems, a few issues, but I have that with every episode. I did particularly enjoy the designs of the Chulda, and the actors playing them clearly had a lot of fun. Again, I feel like if this story was a Classic Who episode and had that 20-minute episode format, we're being fucking business here. But again, I fear the 45-minute curse has struck again. Not that this episode is bad. I feel like I've been talking down this episode a lot as if it was bad. There's a lot of incredibly funny dialogue moments here, incredibly funny performance moments, some nice touching moments. Every single thing works as intended. It's a neat script, it's a nice script, it's a brilliant production, and a nice adventure. I like the flashback scenes to a moment we haven't seen before between the 15th Doctor and Carla. But I can't help it, guys, I must confess, I'm a little bit more excited by the Next Time trailer than the actual episode. Of course, that isn't an actual criticism. Not every episode needs to be hype. Not every episode can be hype. If every episode was hype, then none of them would be. But still, I don't want to force myself to say more than I need to. It was a good episode, a standard endeavor. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They showed those faces with the Doctor. What's his name? I'm forgetting it. Don't worry, guys. I caught it. I caught the reference. Reference alert. It is 1 in the morning, and I'm gonna give this episode a final rating of 6.5 out of 10. I will definitely be able to give it a much fairer, better, and even analysis of, to be honest, quite nice episode. But I'll be able to do that when I'm more awake. But what did you think about the episode? Let me know in the comments below. I am sure the discourse surrounding it will be wonderful and not irritating in the slightest. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video, and a massive shout out to the members. Thank you guys for helping me do what I do, and I hope you enjoy my reaction going up shortly. And a huge shout out to the king, Kyle Reese. And with all that said, I hope you enjoyed my Dot and Bubble video tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.